फिर तुहाडा स्वागत है। अज असीं गल कर रहे हां with our wonderful ladies who I like to call women of substance, जिन्हां ने लाइफ अंदर situations, problems face कीते ने, but they didn't give up. They held their ground, kept their families together, and they moved forward. So Anu, now मैं आके तुहानू questions पूछनी आ कि जिस तरह तुसीं पहले कहा सी कि you had twins, तुसीं दो छोटे beautiful boys you have, and ਤੁਹਾਡੇ husband ਦੀ life ਉਸ time, you know, with the business, finances was starting a roller coaster. 6 ਮਹੀਨੇ ਦੇ ਸੀਗੇ ਬੱਚੇ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਭੇਜਿਆ, and it was like a turning point of another life to begin. In that situation, if you want to talk and tell us a little about that, or tell us कि ਜਦੋਂ life turn ਹੋਣ ਲੱਗੀ and everything started to go out of what you thought life होएगी, जिस तरह प्लान कीती सी, it went off the tracks. What made you get back on track? या तानू केड़ी चीज़ motivate या inspiration कीती कि you said, you know what, I gotta get started again?
Like I said a few minutes ago, that God always gives you the resources. मेरी life which my twins came later, the house came later. 2 साल पहला मैं ना गुरुद्वारे, I used to go Gurudwara every day, and I was very my husband and I we like to do part, and मैं गुरुद्वारे एक दिन बैठी सी, and I'm a very open person. मैं I was speaking to the Gyani ji and there were tears coming out of my eyes, and there was a situation that I was going through in my life and I had no answers for it, and I thought he's a Gyani ji, so he should have the answers. And I'm very open when I speak to people, so it's not as if you're a Gyani ji and I will talk to you in a different way. I'm just the same way with everybody. So I was like, Gyani ji, why does this happen in, you know, in life? And he was just standing there numb, as if, you know, I don't have an answer for you. And my husband was standing there and he's looking at the Gyani ji and he's like, I'm sorry, my wife is giving you a tough time. But all of a sudden, we were in Babaji's room, in the hall,
Darbar Sahib.
in the Darbar Sahib, in Plainview Gurdwara. I still remember it was around 7 o'clock, and no, it was around 6:45. Rehra Sahib da part shuru nahi hoya si, right? And they usually start that at 7 o'clock. And all of a sudden, this gentleman walks up, he does matha take, he walks up to me and he says, I have the answers. I'm looking at him like how he doesn't even know about this conversation that I'm having with Gyani ji, and he just goes to his car, he comes back with a book. The book is called The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Dr. Joseph Murphy, and he's giving me this book and I'm like, okay, I'll go home and I'll read it. And then all of a sudden, a few days pass by. He wrote his number on the back of the book, because we're strangers. We've never met each other, you know. So he wrote the number behind. He said, when you want to talk, give me a call. His name is Rocky Singh, you know. And I went home. I tried reading the book, and it gave me goose pimples. Every time I was reading the book, I just put it down and said, no, this cannot be true. This cannot be true. And something kept pulling me towards it. And I read the book, and I've read it 50 million times since then, and I've distributed the book to everybody and anybody who I come in contact with who is in need of an inspiration. And I said, this inspired me. Maybe it will help you in some way. I don't know. But I will definitely share. I carry an extra copy of that book everywhere I go. And yeah, if you meet me in the airplane or at the airport or on a railway station or anywhere, amongst family members, I've distributed it to anybody who I feel is at a turning point. Because every time, remember, when you are in turbulence, that's a turning point for something better. It's just your attitude in life that will decide whether you're going to go up or down. The elevator goes both ways. So if you want to go up, just go within first. There is a saying in Gurbani, and I love that Kirtan so much. It's by Professor Gopal Singh. It says, Jim Jim Varse Amrit Dhara. You know, it's like God is talking to you at all time. Sab kich ghar mein, bahar nahi, bahar tole, so paramapulahi. Matlab, look for answers within. You know, it's always going to be there. God is always with you. The spirit that is in everything is in you, and you're connected. So God will give you the resources, God will give you everything. Just have faith.
Faith in it.
Yeah.
That's so, you know, it's so beautiful. And I can at least, मैं तानू सारियां नू vouch करके ते दस सकनी हां कि I've known Anu for a very long time, of course.
10 years.
10 years I've known Anu. And ਜਦੋਂ ਵੀ ਅਗਰ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ you're depressed or you're down or you know you feel ਕਿੰਨੀ ਵਾਰੀ I think I've called her just to hear her voice because just talking to her she's so inspirational and it's like you know it's like recharging your battery recharge ਕਰ ਲਓ ਅਨੂ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਕੇ ਤਾਂ ਕਿ you know ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ negative ਗੱਲਾਂ ਵਾਪਸ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੋਚੋਗੇ and it's really nice because you know ਜਦੋਂ ਛੋਟੇ ਬੱਚੇ or people ਤੁਹਾਡੀ age they look up to you and they say good things it's a different feeling but ਜੇ ਕੋਈ ਵੱਡਾ ਬੰਦਾ looks up to you and you know people older who talk about you say that it's a different feeling and it's like wow people actually do this so, and I'll say the same thing with Anjali you know when we spoke in social circles about who we're going to have on the show and ਜਦੋਂ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੇ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਨਾਮ recommend ਕੀਤਾ of course one of our friend being Minnie Sani and then another lady introduced your name but ਜਦੋਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਨਾਮ ਕਿਹਾ ਸੀ I had already spoken to Minnie and when she mentioned your name she's older than you and I of course and it's a nice feeling ਕਿ ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੱਡੇ ਬੰਦਿਆਂ ਤੋਂ ਸੁਣਦੇ ਹੋ ਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਛੋਟਾ ਕੋਈ ਹੈਗਾ and you know what talk to this person I think is a good fit for you and it's like wow that I think is a compliment because kids look up to you your peers look up to you when an older person looks up to you it's like all right I've done something right here that I've inspired someone to look up to me but with that said you know you both have very inspirational